Welcome, brothers and sisters, to Mother and Refuge of the End Times. Picture of the mother and daughter, Nahida and Samar, who were killed today by the Israeli Defense Forces in the Holy Family Church in Gaza. Samar was reportedly shot while trying to rescue Nahida. Both of them were reportedly sheltering in the church as their house was destroyed in the war a few weeks ago. The post is from 11:47 a.m., December 16th.
I continue to receive sad news. Civilians, unarmed civilians who are being bombed and shot at. And this has happened even within a parish complex of the Holy Family, where there aren't terrorists there, but there are people there, sick people, sisters, a mother and her daughter,
Nahida Khalil Anton e la figlia Samar Kamal Anton.
And he said their names. They were killed, and other people were wounded while they were going to the bathroom. And the convent of the Sisters of Mother Teresa was bombarded. Their generator was hit. Some are saying it's terrorism and war. Yes, it's war. Yes, it's terrorism. On this, the scriptures says that
An urgent message from the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem Communication Office dated December 16, 2023. Around noon today, December 16, 2023, a sniper of the IDF murdered 2 Christian women inside the Holy Family Parish in Gaza, where the majority of Christian families has taken refuge since the start of the war. Nahida and her daughter Samar were shot and killed as they walked to the sisters' convent. One was killed as she tried to carry the other to safety. 7 more people were shot and wounded as they tried to protect others inside the church compound. No warning was given. No notification was provided. They were shot in cold blood inside the premises of the parish where there are no belligerents. Early in the morning, a rocket fired from an IDF tank targeted the convent of the Sisters of Mother Teresa, Missionaries of Charity. The convent is home to over 54 disabled persons and is part of the church compound, which was signaled as a place of worship since the beginning of the war. The building's generator, the only source of electricity, and the fuel resources were destroyed. The house was damaged by the resulting explosion and massive fire. 2 more rockets, fired by an IDF tank, targeted the same convent and rendered the home uninhabitable. The 54 disabled persons are currently displaced and without access to the respirators that some of them need to survive. In addition, as a result of the heavy bombing in the area, 3 people were wounded inside the church compound last night. Furthermore, solar panels and water tanks, which are indispensable for the survival of the community, were destroyed. Together in prayer with the whole Christian community, we express our closeness and condolences to the families affected by the senseless tragedy. At the same time, we cannot but express that we are at a loss to comprehend how such an attack could be carried out, even more so as the whole church prepares for Christmas. The Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem follows this developing situation with great concern and shall provide additional information as needed.
A mother and daughter taking shelter inside a church in northern Gaza have been killed by Israeli snipers. Witnesses say the women were shot in, quote, cold blood at the Holy Family Catholic Church. One was killed while carrying her elderly mother to safety. Since the start of the war, most Christians have taken shelter inside churches. Leila Moran, a British MP, has relatives that have been living inside the Holy Family Parish in Gaza since the start of the war, along with most other Christians in the Gaza Strip.
We last heard from them yesterday. It's worth saying that there is a comms blackout across Gaza at the moment, no internet at all, but also in the escalating violence that we've seen in and around the church. There were 2 generators that were already not working. The solar panels had been blown out and the final generator was hit by Israeli forces yesterday. There was a fire. And that one not just meant that there was no electricity at all, but also helped to pump the water around the compound. So the situation, I mean, it's just been awful, obviously. It's been 60 days that they've been there. It's swelled from about 100 people sleeping on mattresses in the Sunday school complex to 300 now. And they are terrified, having on Tuesday seen the bin collector be shot outside. The janitor who was just entering to fix something also shot. The bodies were just laying there for days. And since then, there is a sniper, we understand, that has been firing into the compound. The Vatican has confirmed they've killed a mother and a daughter in this. And they are just in those rooms desperately trying to survive. There's no food, there is no water, and they are scared to even venture outside the door to go to the toilet because they are scared to be killed. So that is where we are currently, and we are very worried for their safety, obviously, as I'm sure any others who have family in Gaza and Palestine more generally are actually as well. Let's face it, it's not good for anybody, but I think that we've got an escalation here, and it's just worth saying, this is a week before Christmas.
Well, Christians are a minority in the Gaza Strip. Only about 800 are left. In 2007, there were 3,000. Of the Christians who remain, 135 are Catholics. But denominations in Gaza aren't strict, and worshippers can attend several different churches. Christians have lived in Gaza since the 1st century. They're thought to make up the oldest Christian community in the world.